Hey, welcome back to Gwen's Good Eats. We have a really fun recipe for you guys today. Today we are making egg roll ramen. And it's a really good recipe. It's like stuff that you have around the house. It has carrots, it has cabbage, and it's made from brown rice ramen. And it's really good. So we're just gonna get right into it. I already have my water boiling for the ramen, and it has no seasoning. It's just plain brown rice ramen. You can find it in your local grocery store. You can order it online. I'll have a description of what's in it and things like that, and I'll put that in the description. So first, we're gonna turn on our skillet, and I'm gonna tell you what's exactly in the mixture. So I have a half of a purple cabbage, a half of green cabbage, onions, and 3 shredded carrots. And we're just going to put that right into the hot wok. And we're going to let that cook while the brown ramen is cooking. And I put a lot in it, but it's going to simmer down to, just a little bit. You know how cabbage is. And we're going to let that cook for a little while. And then once it's finished cooking, I'm going to add the bean sprouts. So, and to garnish it, I'm going to garnish it with green onions. I love onions, all types of onions, all different kinds. And to go on top of it, I'm going to make a sauce. So this sauce, I'm going to give you measurements in the description, but you kind of just make it and give it with equal parts. It's like an Asian glaze to go over the egg roll ramen. And I've made this many times before, and it was a hit. It's a hit with children, and it's a hit with adults. So if you want to you can adjust how much you make of it, but this, with those measurements, it makes quite a bit. So go ahead and start with the glaze. So in the glaze, and remember, everything has its own equal part. And I'm going to give you the description. I'm going to give you how much it is in the description. So you can buy all-purpose reduced sodium soy sauce. You can definitely buy this, and it's good to have reduced sodium, because some of the other things that are higher in sodium, like the hoisin sauce, is high in sodium and stuff like that. So you want to watch your sodium at all times, and you want to give this a good brown. But it's going to take not too long to cook down, but if you cut it in small pieces, then it shouldn't take that long. And I just put some regular oil. You can use coconut oil, you can use olive oil. It's really to what you have around the house. And this particular mix, you can buy this in like a coleslaw mix, but I chose to cut it up. It's up to you. So it's a very easy and affordable meal. So let's just start with the sauce. So first we're gonna pour in soy sauce. Then we're going to have a little bit of sesame oil, a little hoisin sauce, kind of slow to come out. But you can find all these. I found all these in my local grocery store. And then you're going to pour a little bit of seasoned rice wine vinegar. Comes out a little slow. But once this is all mixed together, it is such a good sauce. Like, you can pour it over just cabbage if you want to do an Asian style coleslaw, or if you want just to put it on a salad. It's actually really good. We're going to add a little bit of honey. You can use fresh ginger, but I have ground ginger today. And you use ground ginger. You can find ground ginger at your local Dollar Tree as well. And we're going to add just a little bit of garlic. Your local Dollar Tree has minced garlic. And we're just going to stir that together. And I almost forgot oyster sauce. You're going to add your oyster sauce. And remember, everything with equal parts. If you need to adjust something, like sometimes I kind of have to put a little bit more honey, because that's a sweeter taste that I like and my family likes, but it's up to you. And you're going to give that a really good whisk. And make sure that you boil your water before you put your ramen in. And it's just going to come out to be a really, really good sauce and a really quick meal. It's actually a really quick meal that everybody can enjoy. So we're just going to give this a toss today and mix everything all together. And like I said, this coleslaw mix you can find everywhere. If you just don't feel like chopping, and it'll be really chopped up fine. If you want to switch it up and put bok choy in, then you can do that as well. And you can also use this mix for everything. So if you cut this up and you have a little bit more, you can use this as a coleslaw. You can use this as the filling for an egg roll. They have vegan egg rolls or regular egg roll wrap, or for rice paper. It's so many endless possibilities with this particular meal, and it's really colorful. And I have orange peppers in here too. If you don't want to put peppers in, that's fine, but if you want to try and put peppers in it, it just gives it a different taste and a little more of a color. I like colorful food. So we're going to add this, the ramen. The water is boiling. I have a medium-sized family, so all you need is 2 of them, and they look like this. They are really good. I didn't think that they were going to be as good as they are. And you just let them boil just like you would boil regular ramen. For a half a pack of this ramen, it's 120 calories, and it has 4 grams of protein. It is really good, surprisingly really good. And once this cooks down, I'm going to add the bean sprouts. It's like the bean sprouts just give it another flavor and a different texture. And I'm also going to add a little bit, at this point, add a little bit of sesame oil to the pan. And that just gives it that Asian flavor. And I'm going to also add some of the sesame seeds. They're already toasted, and you can buy them like this, or you can get toasted. You can buy them and toast them yourself. And this is like pretty much almost done. It's wilting down really good. If you can see it, it already smells good. And I didn't add any seasoning to this because the sauce already has enough salt and flavor and seasoning to it already. So you don't really have to add anything. So some of the products that I use and some of my go-tos are like apple cider vinegar. You can flavor anything good. You can make vinaigrettes. Make sure you have plenty of olive oil. Aldi's has a really good brand of olive oil, and it's only like $2 and something cent. Some of my go-tos, like if you want to have a nutty flavor or a cheesy flavor and you don't want the calories of cheese, you can use nutritional yeast. There's so many things that you can do to increase how healthy the food that you're eating. You know, you are what you eat. So the ingredients are very, very important. Like, they are so important that you use wholesome, whole ingredients, things that you can, you know, that'll make you feel good. So that's like really, really important. And once all of this is done, we're going to go ahead and, as it's cooking, we're going to go ahead and add the bean sprouts. Me, I go bean sprout crazy. I love them. They don't stay fresh very long, so if you buy them, I suggest you use them as quickly as possible. Oh, and this recipe, you can also do a egg pancake with this, with bean sprouts, and make a little gravy like an egg foo young. It's so many endless possibilities with this. It's just like, this is like, you can make so many meals from this. And your children, if you have children, they will love it. I mean, they will absolutely love it. So I'm looking at the ramen, and it seems like it's almost cooking. It's smelling really fragrant in here and really delicious. Kind of a messy meal, but that's okay. Most of the best meals are messy. So you don't want this to be, I like mine with a little crunch. So you don't want it to be like completely without any texture to it. because your egg rolls aren't completely out with any texture. Remember, this is an egg roll ramen, so it should have the flavor of an egg roll without the, you know, the oily mess that usually comes with it. So the ramen is still cooking, and we're waiting for it to get nice and soft, and then we're just going to add it to the pot, and then we're going to pour over the glaze or the sauce that goes with it. And when I tell y'all it smells delicious in here, it smells delicious. I can't wait to taste it because I'm a little hungry. So any recipes that you guys want me to try, anything that you want a little bit more detail in, just leave it in the comments. I thank you guys for subscribing to me. I thank you guys for, you know, being with me on this journey, because sometimes it is a lonely journey. So it's really fun to have somebody along the ride with me. Like I said, I have so many different recipes that I want to share with you. The feedback alone is just so beautiful, and it's just such a great thing to see people that are trying the recipes and that want to learn how to do things differently, and, you know, just generally want to live a healthier lifestyle, because that's what it is. It's not just a diet, it's a lifestyle change and how you change. So the ramen is done, and it's separating, as you can see, and we're just going to take it off of the heat, and I'm going to drain it, and I'm going to add it directly to the pan, and then I'm going to coat it and plate it up, and we will be done, and the food will be delicious. So let me just take this carefully and drain it. And add the ramen directly to the pot. I'm going to turn the heat off and just add the sauce. Listen to that sizzling goodness, yes. And just mix it really well. Make sure that you incorporate the ramen. And it looks really pretty. And as I'm incorporating it, once I plate it up, I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit of green onions and some sesame seeds. You know, I'm trying to make it fancy. You know me. Just a little fancy, a little presentation. So it's all mixed in, and we're just going to plate it up. Oh, it looks so good. Make sure you get plenty of the veggies with it. And we're going to take some green onions and just put it all over there. It's delicious. Looks really good. And add a little bit of sesame seeds, toasted sesame seeds over it. And that's about it. Thank you for coming to my channel. I thank you for supporting me. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember to eat good with good eats. Have a blessed day.